I'm Warren Hamilton, State Senator for State Senate District 7 in Oklahoma. And I'm here to give you our weekly legislative update covering things that have happened recently here at the Capitol in Oklahoma City. First, last week in the Retirement and Insurance Committee, we voted to pass Senate Bill 378, authored by Senator Paul Rosino, which is also known as Everett's Law. And what this does is it makes it so that special needs people do not get put to the bottom of the list when it is their turn to receive an organ transplant. This week, my friend, Senator Blake Cowboy Stevens out of Tahlequah, got Senate Bill 644, which has to do with municipal carry of firearms, passed out of the Public Safety Committee. And also, just today, our colleagues in the House passed House Bill 1236, which is a fantastic 10th Amendment bill, off of the floor, and it is now coming over here to the Senate for us to vote on. The reason I mention these other bills is, number one, they're fantastic, and number two, I co-authored each of these bills and was proud to be offered the opportunity to do so. The bill that some of you may have heard of is a bill that I'm the primary author on, is Senate Bill 631, the Second Amendment Sanctuary State Act. This bill I was privileged to present in the Public Safety Committee on Monday, and it passed out of Public Safety onto the general order with a vote of 9-2. My sincere thanks to Mr. Don Spencer from the Oklahoma Second Amendment Association and Mr. Alan Corwin from JPFO for their invaluable assistance in crafting this piece of legislation. And I also owe a great debt of gratitude to my mentors and colleagues here in the Senate, Senators Lonnie Paxton and Darrell Weaver, who were both instrumental in crafting and polishing this bill and making it be the best that it could be. So I have to say thank you to all of those people before we get too far down the road. What Senate Bill 631 does is it builds a wall of protection around our God-given, blood-bought, constitutionally protected and guaranteed right to keep and bear arms as codified in the Second Amendment of our Constitution. It does this by defining the terms arms, which is basically anything that is necessary for the successful employment of that firearm, be that ammunition, spare parts, magazines, etc., and infringement, which is anything that the governmental agency or political subdivision would do that would keep an American citizen from exercising properly his or her Second Amendment right. What the bill does not do is it does not change who can lawfully carry, where you can carry, or what you can carry. It does not repeal the National Firearms Act of 1934 or the Gun Control Act of 1968. A Form 4473 will still be required to purchase a firearm in the state of Oklahoma, and if you desire to own a select fire weapon or a machine gun or other items that are regulated under the National Firearms Act of 1934, you will still have to go through the appropriate process to procure those items. What the bill does do, however, is state that we're not going to add things to those lists and subject things to those restrictions that are not currently regulated by those previous pieces of legislation. Now that we've covered that, I want to cover some positive things, and there are lots of them. I need to mention some co-authors on this bill, and here they are in no particular order. Senator Bergstrom has co-authored this bill, so has Senator Bullard, Senator Burns, Senator Dahm, Senator Murdoch, Senator Newhouse, Senator Rogers, Senator Stevens, Senator Leawright, Senator Peterson, Senator Pemberton, Senator Jett, Senator Garvin, and Senator Standridge. Out of the House of Representatives, the principal House author is Representative Sean Roberts, and he has two co-authors right now, Representatives David Hardin and Representative Jim Grego out of Wilburton, Oklahoma, representing Southeast Oklahoma well. I thank each of these legislators for their support of this legislation, and not only for the support of the legislation, but also support of our Constitution and for God, family, and country. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies. Also, this bill has gained the support of a number of Oklahoma sheriffs. And those Oklahoma sheriffs in alphabetical order are Sheriff Banther out of Kingfisher County, Sheriff Bergetsky out of Cimarron County, Sheriff Chenault out of Cherokee County, Sheriff Day from Custer County, Sheriff Derryberry from LaFleur County, Sheriff Damon Devereaux out of Logan County, Sheriff Harper from Payne County, Sheriff Hedgecock from Pushmataha County, Sheriff Ingram from Tillman County, Sheriff Joe Jans from Kiowa County, Sheriff Levick from Jackson County, Sheriff Wayne McKinney from Stevens County, from our home district, Sheriff Chris Morris from Pittsburgh County, Sheriff Tim Turner from Haskell County, and Sheriff Adam Woodruff from Latimer County. We also have Sheriff Darren Varnell from Pawnee County and Sheriff Wilson from Jefferson County. And if your sheriff is not on the list, that may or may not be a negative thing. They may not have received word of this. I am briefing it to the Oklahoma Sheriff's Association on Wednesday, March the 3rd, and we would like to have every sheriff in the state of Oklahoma sign on to such a piece of legislation as this, which would build a wall of protection around our Second Amendment right. A couple of other things of note. Another person that I need to say thank you to is my fantastic executive assistant, Mrs. Elaine Bainline. She is a filter and a gatekeeper and absolutely makes my duties here at the Capitol 100 times easier. So thank you, ma'am. If you are wanting to make sure that the Republican Party continues to be the outstanding vehicle that it is, the outstanding vehicle that President Donald J. Trump helped create or helped increase, then I would advise and encourage every Republican to get involved in your precinct and your county conventions. Become politically active and understand that the Republican Party is the best vehicle to ensure constitutional freedoms and that we continue to be one nation under God with liberty and justice for all. So if you want the Republican Party to be what it is, then get active and get busy. And finally, for those of you in Haskell County, we have our startup meeting for our county chapter of the Oklahoma Second Amendment Association on the 11th of March at 6 p.m. at the Fellowship Hall at the First Assembly of God Church. I look forward to seeing all of you there. If anybody wants to find out about other pieces of legislation of note, then please check out my Facebook page. And if you're worried about Second Amendment issues, I would direct you to the Oklahoma Second Amendment Facebook page. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Oklahoma. And God bless America.